What a piece of shit. I fucking went to go press it to stop it so I can continue to see my big dick here, but no, just joking. I pressed it so that my screen wouldn't shut off, and I must have pressed the fucking thing. But anyway, so the universe, man, and the truth came to me. It wasn't no religion, it wasn't nothing, it was the universe, and the universe is our Father, and so much more has been revealed to me since then, but I'm just going to talk about this day, okay? And I was like scrambling around. I was so scared that I was going to lose all this knowledge that was just shot onto me, and I was like running around, and I was in my sister's house, and I was trying to find any paper, but of course there was no paper. All there was little pieces of paper everywhere, and I would grab it, and I was writing this stuff on this little piece of paper, filling the paper, and then I was looking for more little post-it notes, and I just was doing this, and I'm writing all this stuff, and honestly, I don't even remember what I was writing down, but I just kept writing, and then my sister came down the hall, and she's seen me, and I'm doing all this, and I'm writing it, and she's trying to talk to me, ask me what I'm doing, and I'm so scared that I'm going to lose this stuff, and I was like, Cammy, and she's wondering what the fuck I'm doing, like straight up, and I was like, Tammy, no, stop talking to me. I just hold on. And I kept writing it, and then I kind of figured it out. You know, I was like, hey, look, I just didn't want. I explained to her what was going on, and I'm telling you, no shit of a lie. Through all the chaos of all my prayers that were handed to me, I've lost everything that I've had since I was a kid, and so I don't have any of this stuff anymore. And anyway, I told my sister, man, what was going down, and then ever since that day. Oh, and I'm going to tell you, just before this, I prayed to God. I said, you know, please, God, I'm so sorry that I wasn't there for my kids, the abortions, and I'm so sorry that I let you down. Please just give me another chance. Give me a woman, which was this woman right here, because I always had this feeling about this girl right here my whole entire life. She stood out to me, and I had to. It's for a reason, right? This is my story, and I just never believed in myself. But anyway, I always knew this girl, and I prayed for this girl. I said, give me this girl with. I wanted her to have green eyes. I wanted her eyes to be, one eye to be a little off center, like I think that's sexy in a girl, and not like fucking googly fucking eyed my stepmother's boyfriend, but just a little tiny slant. I don't know how to, just a little bit off, and I just don't know what it is, man. I love imperfections, and anyway, and I just wanted this, right? And I wanted her to be slim. I wanted her to, what else? I wanted her to have five kids, okay, to give me my kids back, to give me a second chance, and to show God that I could do this. I can redeem myself. So give me 5 kids. I wanted her to not have a boyfriend that, or the kid's father. I didn't want her to have a kid's father that would cause me grief. Like every relationship I had, I wanted him to kind of be a little lost within himself and be out of the picture, to be there for the kids, but to not be, not that I was scared of these other assholes, but to not be a threat to my recovery and me being there for these kids, and jealous or whatever it is, right? So I was like, okay, I want this guy to not be in the picture, but be in the picture and kind of be lost on his own thing. And then I said I wanted her to have all these 5 kids by one father, by the same father, because I've taken care of kids that weren't mine by 2 different dads, and you know, and then I've heard this excuse like, oh, I can't have your kid because I already got 2 kids and by 2 different dads, and I don't want to be a trailer park mom, you know, 2 trailer park girls go around the outside. Anyway, so, you know, like, I was like, just give me, I want them all by one kid, or by one father. And in my head, I always dealt with my girlfriend having all these stretch marks from somebody else, and I'm here taking care of their kid, loving this woman with all these body stretch marks that were put on to her from this guy who's now giving me shit for taking care of his kids, and because he's jealous or whatever the fucking reason is, he's looking too hard in things that I'm trying so hard to overcome. Anyway, so I was like, stretch marks, right? I didn't really want them, so I wanted her to have all the kids by C-section or cesarean or whatever the fuck. So, and this is just what I was thinking in my head, right? And so, and then lastly, I thought, because I grew up watching those makeover shows, and it kills me to see how happy it makes a great smile made these women, okay? And like to see like the before and after, and how much a bad smile kills people. And so I was like, I want to be the one to give my girl that $1 million smile. So give me my girl with no teeth. Now what kind of fucking, I told my buddy that, and he just started laughing, like, who the fuck prays for this? Oh, and of course I said I wanted my girlfriend to also have major issues that we can deal with together and we can overcome, because that's what my whole life is. I tried to help them when I couldn't even help myself, right? And I honestly, my intentions have always been good, but my upbringing kept fucking kicking my ass and doing what my criminal record has shown, right? Anyway, so this is the girl, and I'm thinking, who the fuck in the right mind is gonna pray, use up a fucking prayer to fucking ask for this, right? But that's what I did. I said, you know what? My chances of winning there was no Lotto Max around at this time, but my chances of winning the jackpot, like fucking big time million dollars fucking shit, are way greater than getting this prayer. Anyway, and so then after I figured out, and I just considered Pookie when I was 17 a coincidence, and even though I knew it was more than a coincidence, I just didn't have anything, and it went 20 something years went by, and I just held on to, yeah, it was a coincidence, and I told people about my prayer, but I kind of felt crazy, so I just left it as like, wow, that was a fluke, right? Like, wow. Anyway, and so when I figured out the universe and the truth came to me that day, I couldn't believe it. I was talking on a POF to a couple different girls, and one girl in particular, and I just had all this intuition feelings of like a connection, and I thought it was towards this one woman, because she was she was blonde hair, and I was trying, she probably thought I was a fucking nutcase, because I was just like talking to her like she was mine, and anyway, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, boom, I go and meet this girl, and I go over to her house, and she's got all these kids, and so anyway, 7 minutes. Anyway, so I go over, and I don't even realize things, but all in all, I went over one day, and pretty much I never laughed, and then over the next, week, I figured out, this is my girl, man. This is the girl that I prayed for, and I didn't realize right away. It kind of took a little bit to set in and realize this is and she only had 4 kids, and that kind of stood in my way, and I was like, well, I asked her, because I had 5 kids, but I only had 4 abortions. So, and then I tried to figure it out. She has 4 kids, but she had 1 abortion. So that's how I kind of made sense of all that. And then the father was actually in jail at the time, and he was exactly, if you listen to Jesse Farrell, I guess, that's me and Ben, and that's me, Joe, with the heart. Okay, I'm telling you. And Ben, even though he's lost everything, he's still got a brain that's not messed up like me. So give me his brain with my heart, it's a perfect 10, man. I'm telling you, man. And anyway, so you know what I'm saying. And all of the kids were by C-section, all of them. So there was none of this, and she had issues, and she told me she had issues. She was abused by every man that was in her life, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna write about this story and stuff. But her sickness was fucking crazy. Anyway, and she had her first kid by this dad when she was 13. So, and then 13, and then like 4 kids. So her calcium or whatever gave her bad teeth, and she got all her teeth taken out, so she had false teeth. And I'm like, this is my fucking girl. And I'm not gonna, there's so much more when it comes to the story, but anyway, I'm just gonna get down to it. And she was, and then I'm here loving. So then I started, like, everything I imagined and prayed for started materializing into my life, like my job and the house that we moved out. She was in this little she was in this little place, and we moved into this big house that I imagined, and it was fucking sweet. And anyway, and so it ended up though, she kept kicking me out every day. She kicked me out, and all I'm trying to do is love these kids and love her and provide and do everything. But now I'm dealing with not only her sickness but her mom's sickness, and they were on this Plenty of Fish getting guys, and it was fucking driving me, kick me out of my house that I'm paying for, and I'm on the title and everything, and all I'm trying to do is love. And I'm telling you straight up, man, I would be there and I would say one fucking thing that she didn't like, and she would just fucking smash me in the face and like start fucking pounding. She was a tough bitch, and she'd just start kicking the shit out of me, right? So then I'm like trying to push her off me. What the fuck? And I got a big voice. I'm like, what the fuck? Get the fuck off me, you fucking idiot. And that's what I'm doing. And so her son's a football player, and he's coming and he's getting on me, thinking, because he's seen his mom get beat up before, so he's only on me. So I got a 15-year-old kid on me and a fucking woman, and I'm fucking going crazy, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's like fight or flight, and I don't want to hit anybody, man. But I remember, like, what the fuck? I was, because I don't think properly, right? When I'm in the midst of all this shit, and I fucking never hit anybody. But anyway, so that happened the first time, and I was like, whoa, man, like, she fucking cold clocked me a few times, and I'm like, whoa, man, this is, but then I looked at my past record and the stuff that I've done without wanting to do, so I understood where she was coming from, and I kept staying, but it kept fucking happening. She's like, well, we'll get help, we'll get counseling, and then, so that was the first time, and then the second time, I was writing letters to Ellen, right? This is fucking 4 years ago, dude. Like, I'm writing letters to Ellen. I didn't send any of them. And she comes in the fucking door. She's like, fuck you and your fucking Ellen. You think you're really gonna get anywhere with this shit? Fucking da 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 da. I'm like, man, fuck off, man. This is what I want to do. And she fucks through. I said, fuck off, man. She started fucking giving it to me again. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm pushing her on me. And of course, little Ricky comes to her rescue and fucking jumps on me to break it up. But I'm not understanding what the fuck he's doing. I'm like, what the fuck? And I got this. And this happened again and again and again and again and again and again, and I just kept fucking staying because I just kept looking at my past and all the shit that I did to fucking, and I get, in the past, I would be with these crazy bitches that were fucking nuts and off the wall, and they could hit me and they can fucking do whatever. After they hit me and I'm fucking just trying to love them, I'd fucking trying to get them off, and I'm stronger than them, so I'm getting them off, and they'll go fucking flying and get a bruise, and then the cops come and then I go to jail. This is how it is, and I never fucking fought it. I was like, you know what? I'm guilty. I'm guilty, and I pled guilty, and guilty, and guilty, and guilty, and guilty. 5 relationships. I pled guilty to every fucking one of them when I'm not guilty. And in my book, you'll see why I'm not guilty. But it's fucking crazy shit. But anyway, and so now I got all these guilty fucking pleas because I'm a fucking good man, and these prosecutors are fucking me, man, talking all this bullshit. But anyway. So I kept staying, like, and then I was finally ready to get a cat, and so we got a cat, and this is the whole Shady thing. I wanted Pookie and Crazy slapped together, and I was gonna name him Shady. That was my Shady cat, and we got our first cat. It's like the first cat I went to with Pookie, and it was a shadow already, and it was him, and I went home, and I was loving this cat, and I was looking in his eyes, his Pookie's eyes, and I was like, oh, I know the connection I had. I know it's real. And Sylvia came in and she's like, what the fuck? You got a family out here and you're fucking in here loving this fucking cat, fucking her. I'm like, holy fuck, so fuck off. And as soon as I said fuck off, man, she started pounding on me. And I'm like, what the fuck? And this time I got up, and like, I'm not big or anything, but I'm a lot bigger than a woman. And I got up and I was so fucking pissed. Like, here we go again. And I fucking punched her, man. I fucking punched her. But I didn't fucking hit her, man. I fucking just barely, here's her chin. I just went, and I just barely nicked her. Like, bam. And I was like, thank God. And, you know, like, fucking thank, because I didn't want to hit, never want to hit anybody, but I was just so fucking whatever. And then here comes Ricky again, and now I got this fucking again, and of course I'm just like, what the fuck? Get the fuck off me, you fucking dumb fucking junkies. And I'm fucking shooting all my mouth off, and so all the neighbors can hear all this. They don't understand what's going on. They can only hear me. So again, here I am fucking looking like the bad guy, and if they only knew, right? And anyway, so, and this kept happening. The last time it happened with my niece there, because my niece came in the room to tell me she loved me with a friend on the phone, and fucking, anyway, I'm not going to get too much into this, but so then I left that prayer. I left it in the end because she started saying I was fucking looking at her daughter and looking at all Richard's little fucking 15-year-old fucking friends on the football field that were wearing. Check this out. They're all wearing Lululemons, and Sylvia's there, and she's wearing like no-name brand tight pants, and it was kind of like nothing against no one, but it's kind of a little bit welfare, right? But I mean, she's doing the best she can. But I know what I've done. I've always given my girlfriends my kicks rock, and her kicks rock. That's my shit, and we're gonna get down with that later on. But I always fucking got dope shoes, and I always buy my girlfriend and the kids fucking dope shoes, and I always get my girl Lululemons, and fucking because I love Lululemons, right? And so that's it. That's me. That's who I am. But she wouldn't let me be who I am, and wait till you hear my story. So I'm like, I'm on the fucking football field. All these fucking little Twinkies are running around Lululemons. I ain't checking no one out. Like, I got eyes. I can still see. But I mean, I can't fucking help but fucking seeing these chicks running around, but I'm not fucking gawking at them or anything, dude. Like, I especially know I'm not, because I'm fucking with Sil, right? So, but it didn't even matter, because in her head, as soon as she sees something that looks good that walks by her, I'm not even anything looking towards her, but she's like, oh, I fucking see you looking at her fucking ass, and you're like, holy fuck, do you know? She's like, you're gonna get your ass kicked, because she knows all these people in jail, and that's another thing I want to get into, but and so all in all, man, I had to fucking leave this relationship. I couldn't keep putting up with her telling me I was a fucking child molester and fucking this shit. I had my own shit dealing with from another relationship that was fucking bullshit. Anyway, so that was my fucking out, man. I fucking just walked away from everything, and then when I did, I fucking jumped right into another fucking prayer, which would not really a prayer, but it was more just like I imagined it and it kind of just wished for it, and it was a Three's Company situation. I was with a blonde and a brunette, which was my girlfriend and my sister, and it was just, I was just like Jack Tripper, man, straight up, and but you know, I was having sex with at least my girlfriend, and my girlfriend had an addiction, and that all fucking went south because she was manipulating everything into thinking she was this perfect fucking person. She was throwing me under the bus, and fuck, it was fucked, like the way her fucking past manifested into my fucking relationship. And again, all I'm trying to do, but this woman already had kids that were like my age. Anyway, so it was fucked up, man. And I don't want to get into that because there's nothing really to tell there. But then I left that situation. You know, I was in the situation where I brought my next prayer, I prayed, I put God to the test, and I was just like, you know what, man, if this is real, God, give me a chick, blonde hair, blue eyes, big tits and thighs. And I didn't really know what thighs were. I just knew blonde hair, blue eyes, big tits, right? And that sounds fucked up, and this just shows that, like, God is us, right? Like, it just, my story shows what God really is, and through my story, everyone needs to get down with this shit and get down with everything I'm doing, so we can fucking, it's a new world order, man, and fucking, this is what I'm saying. So anyway, I fucking got this girl, man, blonde hair, blue eyes, big tits and thighs. I don't even know what thighs, I still don't even know what the fuck thighs are, but, I mean, other than KFC, right? Like, anyway, I guess, I don't know, but, and I got this girl, and I said when I prayed for this girl, I said, you know, give me this girl, but don't make her as fucking cuckoo as fucking Sil. Like, I want her to have problems, but not as many problems, right? Not so abusive, because I can't fucking stick around this fucking abusive shit, because I'm abusive and I need to break this shit. So give me this girl, and I promise, man, if she's not, she can have problems that we can deal with, but if she's not as fucking abusive, then I'll stick around. I'll never leave her. I'll fucking do what I do, and I'll hang on. And that's what I got, man. That's what I did, and I fucking, you gotta just check out my story there, and it was just constant imagination just going through, and this is Wilkinson Road jail shit. So, okay, her fucking boyfriend was the biggest fucking guy in jail. He's a maniac, and he's the biggest checker, man. He checks people in the PC all the fucking time. He's cool and shit, but it's just like, when you hear my story of the abuse that he endured, or not he endured, but he inflicted on Sil, and fucking the shit that he did to her, it was fucking crazy. But the thing is I knew that it was my job to write her story and figure this, intertwine it with mine, there was this fucking big thing because he's a big wig in jail, right? And there's a lot of connections with me and Wilkinson Road Jail. So anyway, and then when I got my next fucking girl, and I was like, I thought this guy was the biggest guy. No one was badder than this guy, man. I thought, like, holy fuck, man. I get to write about this fucking guy. He's the badass in jail. And then I'm with my next prayer, who made this, her ex-boyfriend made this guy look like a little bitch. And I don't want to fucking say the wrong thing or anything, but this guy was a dangerous offender. He fucking did some crazy shit. I would keep going to jail because this chick put me back in jail and da 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 da. And I'm fucking bringing this guy's name up, and this guy was fucking hardcore, dude. This guy. And so I'm like, why do I get these girls and they both have these fucking, the biggest guys in fucking jail, and they're fucking nuts, and they got major stories that I can write about, and I'm just trying to like make sense of all of this fucking shit on top of everything else I'm trying to make sense of, and I don't believe in, and it's fucked up, man. I'm fucked, man. I'm left with all this shit. Anyway, and then when I moved in to the Three's Company fucking thing, I got this little guy, and you see that's the house with the bar. I got this fucking guy, man, and I put God to the test, like I said, man. I'm like, you know what? If this is fucking real and this shit keeps happening, I'm gonna fucking pray for something that I really want. And I never fucking did it with no girl other than the blonde hair, blue eyes, big tits and thighs. And I fucking love that girl so much, man. My Haley, man. I love that fucking girl like you wouldn't even believe. And I'm fucking just, I got no contacts and restraining orders, and I can't fucking do a thing. And she keeps coming to me, and I kept fucking giving in to her because I love her, and I just kept getting roasted and thrown in jail and thrown in jail and thrown in jail and thrown in jail, losing everything. And I was begging the police to fucking stop her from coming to me, but they're like, all we can do is arrest you, and she just kept coming to me, and she wouldn't leave. I'm like, get the fuck out. And she comes to me. Listen to my story. But anyway, so with this motherfucking lovely cat, I got him, and I put God to the test. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pray for something that I want, man. And so I prayed for Pookie, man. I said, give me Pookie, but pure black. Not, like, I'm telling you the truth, man. I said pure black, and I got him. But I want him to be wild. I want him to be like, look at him, man. You got to see. And Pookie was so pure, perfect, and I wanted P2 to have green eyes like Crazy because Shady had blue eyes like Pookie, and I wanted him to have like a print of Crazy along the side, and you should see he's got a tall print along the side. It's Crazy, like a tabby cat on the side, and he's wild, and this guy is Crazy, okay? The way he walks around and shakes his tail like Crazy was a girl, and she shook her tail every time I foot her, like she was spraying or something, and she walked around like fucking this little fucking girl, and this Pookie does everything like Crazy, okay? Like, fuck, it is so unbelievable, but I'm telling you the fucking truth. Check this out. Let me get down with psychiatrists or who the fuck else can help me dig this shit out and fucking put this shit down. You gotta get fucking a hold of me, man. I got 22, 23, 23, man. I can't fucking cut this out, man. I really apologize that this shit isn't fucking going. Like, I wish that this shit was good and fucking just kept you wanting more and fucking shit. And I know it sucks balls, but I'm just trying to tell my story and get it out there, man, until I get the fucking help so I can put it in this thing. And I'm telling you, I promise you that I'm giving you little bits, but this is nothing compared to everything I have in here, man. I gotta save some shit for the book. I can give it up, but I have so fucking much. It's unbelievable. I have a lifetime of fucking shit, and I can't give it all up. I've given you, I got this much, this is my life, okay? I've given you this much so far, man. You fucking wait, man. I know what I got's real, so fucking let's do this. Give me a ring-a-ding-ding. If it's major, hit me on my pager.